he puts people on this earth for a reason. For instance, my brother, like, he chooses. Are you recording?
Just keep talking.
He chooses people like get the camera off me. Like my brother, for instance. He put him here for a reason, because he knew that
everybody has a purpose in life.
Exactly. My brother.
You learn from him. You wish that my kids aren't like that.
Listen. He chose, like, my brother, he chose him to be here. He didn't just say, oh, I'm going to smack this mentally challenged kid right here.
Just because he's mentally.
See if he lives. Yeah, I don't want to. He knew, because he knew. He knew the decisions we would make and the mistakes we would make. And he knows where we would end up then.
You learn things. You learn, like...
It's like I'm not putting my life in his hands. I'm not doing that. I'm choosing my own way by what I think.
Like, you still believe in him, but you do things, like, your way, though.
And listen, like... If I did all these bad things and I end up homeless, smoking weed for the rest of my life, that's my decision, and God had nothing to do with that. Like, that's what I chose.
Yeah,
that's what
I agree with you. I agree with you.
And
I agree with you.
There you go. I have the chance to do that. I can do that if I want right now. I can do that, but I'm not. And that's the thing. I know I'm gonna be successful because
No, you don't, Lexie.
No, because listen, I didn't do anything to not deserve it, and I'm gonna work hard.
What do you think about? What did my grandpa do to deserve to die? Nothing. He didn't. He was Mr. Rhode Island. He was so successful, like, it wasn't even funny. He never smoked a day of his life. He didn't drink at all. He did nothing. You know how many people say the same thing as you?
But you're saying I'm not gonna be that way.
No, I'm not saying you're not.
Oh, you don't know what's gonna happen. This could happen and that could happen.
Tell me, what's your proof that you're gonna be successful?
My proof.
You're just really,
the proof is
confident.
I'm not gonna turn out like a bum on the street smoking weed for the rest of my life.
Never know, Lexie. Your life is far from. How old are you? 12. You know how many years?
Though I know I'm 13. I'm gonna make the right decisions because
It's really good to think, but Lexie, you don't know. My brother felt the same way. You don't even want to know half the things my brother did. Like, they're really bad.
What did your brother say?
I'm not telling you, but he was the same way as you when you grow up. I'm not gonna say you're just like him, but you can't be so. Oh, I'm gonna do this. That's really good though that you think that, because you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be so bad.
I'm not thinking it. I'm not. You're not thinking it is the way it's going in my head. Like, I'm determined. It's like you.
No, I like the way you're thinking, but I just think you're too positive. You never know what's gonna happen, Lexie.
I think you're too negative.
I'm not negative. I agree with you.
You're being negative.
I agree.
You're like, oh, you don't know what's gonna happen. You could die tomorrow.
You don't.
That's absolutely true, Katie. But that's not. But that's not. That. You think that's really gonna happen? You really think I'm gonna die tomorrow?
I didn't say. I said you could.
Exactly.
I didn't say you're gonna. I said you could. You could die any time.
But it's fun talking about it,
yeah, though. I like this. But I think we're thinking the same. It just, I think the same as you at the same time. But I'm accepting death. Like, once you accept death, I think you'll learn how to live. Because
I think that you should just worry about your life and not worry about death. And worry about the things you're gonna accomplish in life before you worry about dying.
I know that, but I'm just saying, I'm not gonna be out here like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be present when I'm older. I'm gonna do all this. But the thing is, it's lovely to live like that. Like, I mean, sometimes I'm really cocky too. I talk about what I'm gonna do when I'm older, where I'm gonna go. Because you might as well live your life while you can. Nothing
thing
left.
is, I plan out so that once I get through college, and
it's actually good that you're doing that, because it actually keeps you from from you doing bad things. If you don't set goals, you have no idea where you're going in life.
And
other people who don't set goals, they end up somewhere. So it's all different. Everybody's different. It really depends on what you choose.
Like, I'm not gonna be a 34-year-old going to school because I need a job and I want to move out of Section 5 apartments. I'm gonna have a house and I'm gonna have a family and all that stuff. And I know it kind of sounds stupid, but I can picture it. It's gonna happen. And you know me, you know that, like...
Yeah, you don't look like the person that would be doing drugs, but you never know. Like,
obviously you never know. No one ever knows, Katie, but you can't keep that. You can't be like, oh, so this might happen.
Yeah, it might.
This might happen,
like,
but
just like you go for an application. I don't know. I might get the job. I might not.
That's all I'm saying. Let me think. Let me just ramble on until I say something important, okay? It's like, my ILA teacher said this once. This might happen. This might happen, but are you going to keep that from...
letting it happen? Like, are you going to keep that from letting you do something? I understand where you're going.
I'm just sick of your anything could happen thought, because it's like trying to bring someone down. And
that's not what I'm trying to do, though.
You know, do you think I would ever do drugs? Do you think I would ever,
but you never know what happens. You know how many people I think that won't do drugs and do?
I'm better than that.
You are. I can see it in you, but...
never, like...
all you have to do is keep a positive attitude. That's all you have to do, stay away from
how I am when I see someone smoking?
Even littering.
Like, and my kid... or littering, or
I don't know.
Or I hear about them doing drugs, and then I'm just like, no, I don't. No.
Well, everybody's different. Like, I know you agree with like, oh, it might happen, but the thing is, I liked about you is that you're just so like confident it's gonna happen, that you're gonna make it happen. That's why my mom even said this, because I was like, all right, I always wanted to go to UConn College to play basketball, and then like the last year I was like, you know what, I don't want to go to UConn. I'm not that good at basketball. And I was like, there's no point in me going there if I'm not even that good at basketball. And my mom was like, Katie, don't just say that, because you don't know. Like, she was like, Michael Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
Never played basketball into his life, in his life until he went to high school. Like, he was just trying to make the team.
Yeah.
And then he became that big star. So, yeah, but like...
that could be me.
But, like, I don't know, there's just, like, certain times in your life where you start realizing what you want and things that you want.
There you go, and you're going to keep thinking about what you want and where you're headed.
Like, if every
you're
day,
not going to be thinking about dying.
Listen,
you're not going to be thinking about dying. You're not going to be thinking about what might happen. You're going to think about what you want to happen.
But listen, that's me. That's how I think. I told you.
Well, stop thinking that way.
I don't think like everyone else. It's written on my
You
face.
don't.
I don't. I think differently.
You
like, nobody,
definitely don't.
And, like, the thing is, if you woke up every day, every single day in your life, there was a pad right here, and every time you wrote, I will not do drugs. Every day you woke up, you just wrote that, just to keep a reminder, or I'm gonna go to college.
I don't need a reminder.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you just keep on insistently saying it, I guarantee you probably will not do drugs. Like, you're just, I don't know. Some people are stupid.
And what do you think about that? What do you think about?
You could just tell the people that are gonna be bad when they're older. Like,
can you tell?
Especially in high school.
What do you think about me?
I think you're fine. Like,
you think I'm gonna be? What do you think I'm gonna be in high school?
Just how you are now. You're not stupid. Like, you're not stupid.
My mom's really smart too.
You have a good head on your shoulders.
My mom's really smart too. If you actually listen to her talk, like, me and my mom agree on a lot of things. Like,
I think we're both smart. Like,
I helped you. Just
like,
kidding.
I think both of our opinions are good. Like, whether you agree with me or not, I like my opinion, because I agree with you're saying and I agree with I'm saying, which goes together perfectly.
See that?
Like, I think, alright, that might happen, but I still have goals. Just because I think things might happen doesn't keep me from setting goals.
There you go. That's your thing. You think differently, because you're all thinking. You think the same as everyone else, but at the same time you're thinking, but this could happen and that could happen.
But doesn't mean
I'm not sure about this.
But doesn't mean I'm not gonna set goals. I had.
You just have that extra thing that most people don't think, which I'm not saying is bad, and I'm not saying it's good.
I like the way you think though. It makes me question myself, because if I just live real cocky every day and oh, I'm gonna live forever. Oh my god, that's not good.
No one lives forever.
Exactly.
It's proven fact.
Exactly. But yeah.
Yeah, like my mom's friend.
I had goals since I was in 3rd grade.
I didn't.
I had the same goals since still being a pediatrician. I always wanted to be a pediatrician.
Yeah, I always wanted to be a marine biologist, zoologist, things.
I never doubt. I always want to work in a hospital. I still want to work in a hospital. I'm always gonna I just want people to remember me for who I am.
You should go to college at BYU with me.
Oh, I'm going to Texas.
Yeah, no. That'd be cool. You only get done an hour before me.
Is this conversation over?
Yeah.